Hello everybody, I hope you've had a really great week. Well, today we're going to go over some more things to do about the theory of music, which is all about understanding how music works. Theories are a very strong word because it sounds quite dull, but music theory is fascinating, and it's all to do with how music works. And I know you know already some of it, but you maybe didn't know that's what it's called. Anyway, I'm going to scoot across now, and I've got my board, and I'm going to introduce you or remind you of a new note which we didn't look at last time, which is called a quaver. Not a hula hoop, a quaver. That's right. Now, I'm going to scoot across and we're going to have a look at them. Okay, so I hope you remember that the longest note that we've learnt so far is called a semi-breve, and it has 4 beats on it, and a semi-breve rest is on the 1, 2, 3, 4th line, hanging down like an upside down hat. Then the next note that we've learnt about is a minim. And a minim can either be drawn, if you remember, with the ball on the bottom and the stick going up, or the ball on the top and the stick going down. It doesn't matter. It means exactly the same thing. The only thing that makes a difference is where it is on the stave. The stave is what we call the collection of 5 lines and 4 spaces. And there are certain rules about which way round we put them, but we don't need to learn about that just yet. When you're in Prep 2, we'll learn about that. But I just want you to understand that we can draw the note either way round. It doesn't matter. It means exactly the same thing. And it's 2 beats long. And if we've got a rest, which means it's completely silent, then it's a little hat, and it goes on to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the 3rd line or the middle line. And if you think Mr. Minim or Mrs. Minim wears a hat on the middle line, then it makes it nice and easy to remember which one it goes on. And then the last note that we learned last time, or we reminded ourselves of last time, was the crotchet. And the crotchet looks exactly like a minim. It's got a ball and a stick, but you can see it's coloured in. So just like with a minim, we can put them either ball down and stick up, or ball up and stick down. They are the same thing. It just only matters where it is on the stave. There's, as I said, a little musical rule that we follow, but they mean exactly the same thing. Now, and a crotchet is worth 1 beat. And this is my favourite rest because it's got a k on the bottom and a Z on the top for snoring. It's a crotchet asleep. That's right. Now here we come to our new note, which I think we looked at maybe once before we all broke up for being at home all the time. So I don't know if you'll remember it, but if you can, that's amazing. But it's called a quaver. And a quaver looks exactly like a crotchet. It's got a ball and a stick, and it's coloured in, except it has a little tail. Can you see it? And just like with all the other notes with sticks, we can put it with the ball at the bottom and the stick going up, or we can put it with the ball at the top and the stick coming down. But the little tail, if it's ball down, little tail goes this way, and if it's ball up, the little tail goes to sort of inside the space. And a quaver, 1 quaver on its own is worth half a beat. And a quaver rest looks a little bit like a lazy 7, I always think, and it has a little dot up here, so I'm going to save that to draw that in for you, just so you didn't think I'd made a little mistake, a bit of a blob. It does have a little dot at the top like that. Now then, I've got something very interesting to tell you about quavers. Because a quaver is a half beat note, sometimes we have them one next to the other. So if we have a half a pizza and another half a pizza and we put them together, here's my half coming over here and here's your half coming over here, we get a whole pizza, don't we? There we are. So if we have a half and a half next to each other, it makes a whole beat. So we're allowed to draw them like this. So if there's two together next to each other, you can do them like this. Instead of drawing the tails separately, we can draw them joined up like that. So those are joined up quavers. And they can also go the other way round. So I'm just going to do all this way round. And it has an ever so slightly thick, the line that joins them is a little bit thicker than the stalk. So if you see two quavers joined together like that, you will remember that they're quavers. They are not joined up crotchets. Crotchets do not have tails, so they can't be joined up. But quavers have tails, so they can be joined up, which is very exciting. Now, I am going to show you some rhythms. Now, I remember in the classroom, you were so good at doing these I can't even say it, rhythms. So I have drawn one special one that's got quavers in, because can you believe I couldn't find it in my flashcards? They don't make ones with quavers. And I thought, oh, that's a shame. Prep 1 would love to see one with quavers, so I've done it myself. Anyway, let's start with a different sort of one. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to come in front of the board, and I'm going to start with this one. Now, we've got 4 beats in the bar. Oh, sorry, this way. 4 beats in the bar, which tells us that we've got 4 crotchets worth of time in the bar. That means it needs to add up to the same as 4 crotchets. So what have we got here? What did you say? A minim, that's right. And what do we have here? Another minim. Right, let's look at our board. So a minim is worth 2 beats. So put up 2 fingers. And then we've got, I'm going to just put my 2 fingers over here to hold this up so we can remind ourselves. We've got another minim. So if we've got 2 for the first minim and 2 for the second minim, how many have we got all together? Let's count our fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, adding up to 4 beats. So then we can draw our bar line here because we've added up to 4. Then what's this note over here? That is, let me see if we can see it as well on here. It's a semi-breve. And how many beats does it have? It has 4 beats. Well done. So this bar is completely, let me get it into the right place so you can see it. This bar is completely full up because it's got 4 beats in it. So I'm going to just hold this up now and we are going to sing this pattern. Try not to get you all seasick with it all ski whiff. There we are. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, la, la, la. Did you get it right? Did you remember that when you've got a semi-breve that lasts for 4 beats, that you have to hold your la to last for 4 beats? That's right. Let's try it one more time. Let's go to a different note this time. Why don't we go to this one? La. Have you all got the note in your head? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. La, la, la. Well done. So we've done our 4 beats in each bar there. So I'll just put that one out of the way. And I've got another one here. Now this one has got different notes in it. Let's have a look what this one has. So I'm just going to hold it up so you can see it. So again, we're told we've got 4 crotchets beats in a bar. So I just try and make sure you can see all of it. There we are. It's really tricky because I have to go the opposite way to the way I think I have to go so that you can see it. Right, there we are. Now, so we've got 4 crotchets but worth of time in each bar. So the first note in this bar is, let's see, a minim. So it's worth how much? 2 beats. Well done. And then we have the second note in the bar is a crotchet. And the third note in the bar is the crotchet. Now notice I said third note. It is not the third beat. Because look, how many beats do we have on here? Can you remember? 1, 2. How many on this? 1. So that's the third beat. First beat, second beat, third beat, and then fourth beat. So put 2 fingers up for that one. And then we've got another finger for this crotchet and another finger for this crotchet. And there are our 4 beats. Okay. Now, then in the next bar, it goes the opposite way round. Can you see? It goes crotchet beat, minim beat. So we've got 1, 1, 2. First beat, second beat, third and fourth beat, because there's 2 in that one. Okay, so let's sing this one now. 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. Did you get it right? I bet you did. Shall we try it again? Let's change our sound. Let's go to this sound. La. 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. Well done. Now, this is the one that I drew because I couldn't find any with quavers in our flashcard. Now, look what we've got here. Again, we've got 4 beats in the bar, 4 crotchets worth of time in the bar. Here is a first note, and it's a crotchet. So there's 1 beat there. But what are these? Can you remember? Let's look at the board. Look, they're joined up quavers. So we've got half a beat and half a beat. And what happens when we put half a pizza next to the other half of the pizza? We end up with 1 whole pizza. That's right. So let's look at this again. So we've got a crotchet beat, quaver beat, together adding up to 1. And then what's this? Let's have a look. A minim. That's worth 2 beats. So we've got 1 plus a half plus a half. So what's half and a half added up together? What's half a pizza put next to the other half of a pizza? That's right, we've got one beat between these two notes. So we've got one beat here, then between these two notes, we have another beat, and then we've got two beats here. So we've got one, and these two added up together makes another one. So that's 2, 3, 4. And then what have we got here? We haven't seen this one today on the other sheets. Look, it's the little hat. So it's a minim rest and it's worth 2 beats. So we've got 2 beats here, and then we've got a crotchet note and a crotchet note. And how many beats are on each crotchet note? I've moved my hand down so you can see. That's right, look, 1 beat. So we've got 2 beats here, 1 here, and 1 here. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 equals 2. 4 beats. Well done. So let's see if we can sing this one. Now I'll show you how we do quavers because they're quite quick. So we have to go like this. La, 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 la. La, la. So these are equal. We can't go la, la, because that would make one really, really quick and one slow. So they have to be equal. So we've got la, 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 la. La, la. Now, would you like to try with me? Let's do it on the same note. 1, 2, 3, 4. La, 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 la. La, la. Well done, everybody. Well, we've worked very hard today on all those different rhythms. So I would like to rub this out, and I'm going to introduce you to the musical alphabet. So we're going to say bye-bye to all the quavers. Bye-bye. Bye-bye to the crotchets. Bye-bye to the minims. Bye-bye to the semi-breves. They're the very long notes. And then bye-bye to all the writing. We don't need all that now. Bye-bye writing. Do you know, when I was a little girl at school, I used to hate it if the teacher didn't clean the board properly. So I always make sure I clean it as well as I can. Now, these, I'm afraid, are little marks on the board that never come out because it's where there's little tiny breaks in the board. Okay, now, in our musical alphabet, it's very easy because we've only got 7 letters. But what letters are they? Well, you'll know them straight away because it's the first 7 letters of our normal alphabet that we write and read. So it's like this. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Now, we start again at A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Carry on. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 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 And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go backwards in the alphabet just to show that it just carries on. And the dots mean that it just carries on. Now, you might say to me, why have you written all the letters as capital letters? Excuse me. Well, that's because that's the name of the note. So just like your name might start with, well, my name starts with a J for Janie. So it's always a capital letter. I'm just trying to think of someone who's got a name. Oh, I know. Alexander has a name starting with one of the letters that we have here. So A for Alexander. So we would have to have the capital letter because that's the name of it's the beginning of his name. And so these letters are the names of the letters. So they're all capitals. So let's just sing our musical alphabet again, remembering that when we get to G, we have to stop and go back to A again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 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 Well done, everybody. Now, next time we do some theory lessons all about music, understanding how music works, we'll do a little bit more about the musical alphabet. So don't forget about it. And also, I know you're all super duper at all your rhythms and recognizing your rests and your notes. So keep up with that too. Okay, lots of love, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.